Call the member Jami-Lee Ross.
Mr. Speaker, it's a shame that an issue like this has descended into the hyperbole and the naked politicking that we've seen in the last few speeches. Mr. Speaker, it is true that this is an unusual step that the House is looking to take to reduce the report back period down to a week. But Mr. Speaker, this is an extraordinary step that is being taken because this is an extraordinary issue that our country and the world is facing. Mr. Speaker, there is going to be an opportunity for New Zealanders to have a say on this bill. I have confidence in the chairmanship of Mark Mitchell to ensure that New Zealanders will get a fair hearing on this bill. I also have confidence in the opposition members that sit on that committee, Mr. Goff, Mr. Shearer, Mr. Graham, Dr. Graham, who sit on that committee. They are capable members and they are able to listen to New Zealanders and make constructive assessments as to the merits of this bill. But Mr. Speaker, the very reason why a shortened report back period is being considered here by this House is because we are facing a situation in the world that we do not face very often. It's not a case of us being able to wait months and months. The normal report back is 6 months. We simply cannot do our part in the world if we are to wait that long. It's a case of even waiting weeks could be too long. Mr. Speaker, the government is very clear. We need to take decisive action. We are expected by our electors to take decisive action, and that is exactly what is happening here. Mr. Speaker, the time that the Select Committee will be sitting over the next week will be a good opportunity for New Zealanders to have a say. But we don't take this action very lightly. We do this because this is such an important issue. I find it interesting that Mr. Hipkins first talked about trying to get this done before the House rises for the Christmas break. Then he goes on to say that despite the fact they support trying to get it done before the Christmas break, they now want to see it not be reported back until February. We see words like arrogance used by New Zealand First, which is pretty sad, Mr. Speaker, given that on issues like this, it's very important that we take to New Zealanders a bipartisan approach on such important issues. And Mr. Speaker, these are extraordinary issues. These are important matters that this bill is dealing with. And Mr. Speaker, I think New Zealanders deserve to know what the position of this Parliament is when it comes to these issues in a timely manner, and we can achieve that properly through the Select Committee process over the next week. It can be done. It will be done properly. There are good quality members sitting on either side of the House sitting on that committee. Mr. O'Rourke isn't a member, of course, of that committee. Mr. Speaker, we will do a good job of this bill, and I have confidence in the Select Committee to get it done properly for New Zealanders and so that we can do our bit in the world on this very important issue.
Speaker.